All right, guys, I'm gonna skip the dosage of jokes today because this is frankly an emergency video. And I know I say every video is an emergency video, but this is the emergency video because what is happening with Bitcoin right now is going to get people absolutely wrecked. The way it is moving is going to suck so many new people and so much new retail into crypto that what we're gonna see with the prices and what we're about to see happening, I don't think we've ever seen before in crypto. And if you don't understand what is about to happen with the markets, and trust me, what's about to happen with the markets are about to go up. We're probably about to see the biggest overrated, overvalued bull run in history. Meaning there is still a chance to get in, especially on the projects and industries I'm gonna mention in this video, and make incredible gains. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get wrecked. Which is why this is an emergency video, because most people are about to get wrecked and miss out on all these gains, which I'm going to break down in this video, and how to avoid and where you should be looking right now. And by the way, it's not only coins pumping right now. You need to be looking to things I'm going to talk about that have not moved yet, especially if you are semi-new to crypto. Heck, if you don't have 5 years plus experience here, you're about to get savagely fisted in your butt. Imagine a cucumber covered in sandpaper being held by a gorilla. Picture it deeply. Now stop, because that's illegal in basically every state. Why would you think about something like that, you disgusting f***? But on a serious note, I see you coming to this video right now, all fresh and doughy-eyed, looking at an 80K Bitcoin and thinking, I think I'm gonna invest in crypto now. Absolutely no one is thinking about doing this. I'm original. I'm beating the curve. No, you're not. Instead of listening to me and everybody else in crypto the last year since November, instead of listening to me when I pointed out all the coins that were gonna go up, literally a year ago, November, I'm like, hey, maybe you should check out Super. Maybe you should check out Solana. Maybe look into AI crypto, like Destra. Maybe check out Beam. Maybe start investing before everyone and their f***ing dog gets here. You're like, no, that's fine. Crypto's dead. And now everybody's coming back to yours truly, the most woke, empty house, family-friendly, PG, I forgot my title because it's too long now. I've done too many famous things. If you go to crypto Twitter, they'll just be like, you know, that Becker guy, he's basically our boss. That's me. And now everybody's coming to me, the boss of crypto, saying, oh, Alex, what should we invest in? Where should we buy a tag? I'm getting text messages out to wazoo from people saying, is it time to get into crypto, Alex? Should I FOMO in now? And the sad truth to all of this is the answer is yes, it's still actually a very good time to get in. There is about to be so much money being made. And even if you are super late to the party right now, there is still a massive opportunity because what we're about to see in Bitcoin, especially in terms of M2 bull runs, is going to not just be historic. It's not going to follow the typical pattern that we've seen. This is going to be the biggest thing we've ever seen. And my FOMO-y, unoriginal, copycat little friend, luckily for you, most of the altcoins that are going to give the biggest gains have not moved yet. And this video is your last preparation. It's a smack on the butt before you jump out of the helicopter into Vietnam to prep you for what is about to happen. And in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about what's about to happen because you need to understand what's about to happen. It's what's about to happen. It's the happening and it's the what. It's the happening that's about to happen to you. It's the large cucumber covered in sandpaper piloted by a gorilla coming deep for your ass. But seriously, gorilla butt aside, this is going to prep you for what's about to happen so you know what you're seeing in the charts. And what I'm going to lay out is how this bull run is going to move so you're at least semi-prepared. And so we need to talk about how this market is going to move and how you can maximize your gains from it. And then, yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where the biggest gains are going to be and where you should be looking right now because a lot of the bigger coins have already started moving. Chasing into these right now, like 99% of people are going to do, is going to be the wrong move. And it's going to leave your butt very hurt. So please, I beg of you, you probably have ADHD. There are probably 50 other TikTok reel-like things flying around on YouTube right now. Yes, I know those reels of SS Sniper Wolf reacting to fart noises. Those are very tempting content. That is content you gotta digest. How could you possibly live without watching this girl with big boobs talk about fart noises? But if you can put that off for 5 minutes, this is going to set you up to make stupid amounts of money in this bull run. And it's gonna set you up to not be the liquidity and the thing that everybody in crypto uses to get money out of crypto because all the gains in crypto are going to come from losses from somebody. Someone's going to have to pay the piper here for all of us to leave in profit. I don't want it to be you. So please pay attention because I'm going to lay out exactly what's about to happen and where you need to be looking right now because where everybody else is looking right now is the wrong place. So please, let's begin. Now, first thing you need to do, follow me on Twitter at CSSBecker. Everything I talk about in these videos, any tips, any updates, anything I'm seeing, it's going to go there days before it gets on this YouTube channel. On top of that, Subscribe. Most of you are not subscribed. This bull run is going to move super duper fast. If I release a video within 3 days, 4 days, it's going to be old news. You need to see them when they drop. You're going to miss out on stuff like Neuro when I talked about it, 3x within a month. You're going to miss out on things like Super, which we're on a 15x at right now. You're going to miss out on really early calls like Seed World, which is up 4x by now, or Carrot, or all the things that are hitting the market that are going to go up. And if you're late, by the time you hear about them, they're going to be preparing to go down. Now let's talk about what's going to happen in the market, because what we're seeing is actually unprecedented. All right, so let's get into the main thing. This is actually the most important lesson you need to understand about why we're at the pump super hard. Actually, the most important lesson in this video is at the end of this video. Look, I have to be frank with you. 95% of people to get into crypto, they are going to lose all their money. All the gains in crypto, all these massive gains you see people, all the people leaving with 1,000x's, it comes from other people's losses. And the gains people make in crypto are insane. But those gains come from other people losing. This is why 95% of people that get into crypto, yes, 95%, even during a bull run, do not leave in any profits. They mostly leave in massive losses. And if you don't understand what I'm about to tell you right here, and you don't take the final warning I'm going to give you at the end of this video, you are going to be one of those people. But this thing I'm going to break down at the end of the video will not make sense unless you understand this right here. So let me give you the context. So you're looking at Bitcoin massively up right now, and you're probably looking at the 1 year chart, maybe the all time, and you're seeing just, oh man, it looks like crypto is super up right now. All the markets look like they are super up. But the truth is, and the reason why we're about to see something so insane happen right here is this. Let me give you just a little basic lesson in M2 money supply. So if you look at this right here, look at the M2 money supply. So this is the value of the S&P 500 or all markets divided by the money supply. As you know, almost 80% of the dollars in circulation or some stat like that, it's wild, in the last 5 years have been printed. And so if you look at this is 2000. This is the dot-com boom right here. This is the last time we actually saw the market go up in value. For the last 24 years, since 2000, we've seen the market be lower value than the peak of the dot-com boom. Right now, we're seeing the market finally entering a point where it's actually hitting a higher valuation than where we were in the dot-com boom. We're not even close to it yet. What does this mean? We are on the cusp of actually seeing the first M2 bull market, the first actual value bull market in 25 years. So what you're looking at right now is not the market. And we should look at the S&P for a better indicator right here. You can see the S&P, it looks like it's way super up. And trust me, yeah, it is. But in actual M2 money supply, actual real value, no, we've been breaking even the past 25 years. And so what we're seeing right now is the climate of the United States actually shifting into what I think is the first M2 bull market that we've seen in 25 years. Now, what does this mean for Bitcoin? You have to understand Bitcoin doesn't move like the S&P 500, okay? It's not as balanced or as mature as S&P. You can see it's super duper volatile. The thing is, what's happening is Bitcoin is the new gold. It is going to be the new gold. This is where people are going to start storing their assets. Countries are buying, institutions are buying. They are not going to be selling, and Bitcoin is very finite. You probably have heard or seen this somewhere around YouTube. If you watched any video on crypto, everyone's probably already told you about the value and everything behind Bitcoin. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I want to tell you about the fundamentals behind Bitcoin. So what's going to happen right here is we have the M2 bull market probably starting right now. Now, we have all the countries and institutions in the world foaming in the Bitcoin. Next, we have the most amount of dollars sidelined almost ever, because what people have been doing is while the money has been being printed, they've been storing it for yield. For example, Warren Buffett is sitting on the largest amount of cash ever because everybody thought they were going to call some downturn in the market, or they were scared about the market. Now we're seeing us entering this market right here where people have more money stacked up than ever and they want to preserve it. And then finally, we have the most pro-crypto environment in US history happening right here. We have Donald Trump wanting to go and start stacking Bitcoin and making it a reserve currency for the United States. People already see this coming. Institutions already see this coming. The reason you're seeing this spike right here is because for the last 8 months, year, institutions have been stacking Bitcoin. And what is happening now is there isn't really any Bitcoin left. And so they're finally telling everyone in the news, hey, you should buy Bitcoin. Because BlackRock, all these funds, all these institutions, they control the news. They are like Mr. Nimbus. They control the police, but in this case, they control the market. Now, you combine this with the fact that we're going to have countries and institutions filming when while we're seeing the first M2 bull run right now, and prices are going to get absolutely out of control. Now, I've clearly stated to you that I plan to start taking profits as soon as I start seeing the bull run really start to form. Now, I'm not going to be selling all my coins. Of course not. But the thing is, I got in down here, especially in all the altcoins and everything I'm about to talk about. I'm already in massive profit, and we'll talk about why that's so dangerous for you here in a second. That being said, while I plan to start selling probably in the next 20,000 of Bitcoin, I think we could easily see Bitcoin going to $120,000, $150,000. Why? Because a 300K Bitcoin, a $400,000 Bitcoin is on the table for the first time. You have to understand the last run, when Bitcoin was hitting 69,000, there was no more liquidity left. There was no more buyers. There was no more source of hype for Bitcoin. And so at that time, a $69,000 Bitcoin was outrageously high. At this point in time, a $70,000, $80,000 Bitcoin is not outrageously high. There is very few of them left. Institutions and countries are buying. It is completely reasonable to say, hey, Bitcoin could go to $300,000, Bitcoin could go to $400,000. Because of that, we're going to see Bitcoin make these crazy charges, and no one's going to predict any crash happening. It's just going to go to 100K, and people go, oh, well, I guess it's going to 300K next. And so what happens is when Bitcoin runs like this, it gives all the altcoins massive room to run. And what we're going to see, and this is going to be the last time we probably see this, because the crash it's going to cause is going to be cataclysmic. What we're going to see is we're going to see Bitcoin start approaching the gold market cap. This could be $4 trillion, $5 trillion. I believe the market cap of gold is like 9 or 10 trillion right now. It could be higher than that. Actually, due to inflation, it's much higher now. The estimated market cap of gold is $17 trillion. That being said, we could easily see Bitcoin going to a $4 trillion, $5 trillion, $8 trillion market cap, no problem. At that point, we're sitting at a 400,000-ish Bitcoin, give or take. Now, what this is going to cause and why this is so insanely dangerous is because it's going to cause massive overvaluations on all these coins below it. Now, you have to get that Bitcoin is a different asset class than every other part of crypto. What Bitcoin is most similar to is gold. Okay, so the gold of market cap is where everybody in the entire world stores their money. It's not like a stock. It's not like Amazon. It's not like Tesla. A $17 trillion market cap on Tesla would be ridiculous. We shouldn't be comparing a market cap of the S&P, of an S&P stock to gold. That's just, they're two different asset classes. That's like comparing one market or one business on the S&P to the entire market cap of real estate. It's just not, it's not a comparison you want to make. You want to compare other companies to other companies. So if we're looking at this right here, what people are going to do is they're going to compare Ethereum and all the way down to Bitcoin's market cap, which is illogical. This is, again, like comparing the market cap of, let's say, Facebook to the market cap of gold. This isn't a comparison we're going to make. And if Facebook was approaching anywhere near the market cap of gold, it would be the biggest overvaluation ever, which is about to happen on all the coins below Ethereum. Why is this important? Because this is going to lead to the craziest gains you've ever seen, ever, in these coins right here, which is where you make all the money at. And in the markets I'm about to tell you about, the niches inside of crypto that I'm about to tell you about, we're going to see stupid gains. Yes, we will probably see Solana charged to $800,000. In the case of Bitcoin, going to a $4 or $5 trillion market cap. Now, I want to be completely clear. This is the good scenario. There is a scenario where we super dump and everyone loses all their money. I'm not going to talk about that every video like I do, because we don't have time in this video. Okay, I want to keep this video semi-short, but if you've watched any of my other videos, I always give you the flip side where I say, there's also a really good chance here we don't get a bull market and we crash and everything reverses. That is always on the table right here. Thing was, earlier this year, the risk to reward was phenomenal. Now we're entering what I like to think of as the danger zone when it comes to crypto. Let me explain why. So you're going to see Solana going up to $800, $1,000. You're going to see all these other coins pumping super duper hard. You're going to see the markets and niches I'm about to show you easily doing 20, 30, 40 X's. It's going to be absolutely nuts. But I guarantee if you're semi-new to crypto or you didn't get a full experience of the last bull run, you're in a lot of trouble because you're not going to recognize what is happening. So look, the first thing we need to talk about before I get into the niches and things I would be looking at right now, is you need to understand how up everybody is. If we skip every coin past Ethereum, Ethereum holders just haven't made any money this last year. It's been a really bad investment for them. They're kind of like the new Cardano holders, except they still think they're really smart. Cardano holders accepted their cuckold fate years ago and accepted and held their turd sandwich all the way down. They took the embarrassment. They took their wife leaving them. They took having to get a job at Chuck E. Cheese. And they're actually being rewarded right now. Cardano's actually doing well. Good for them. But let's look at Solana. So if we go back and look at Solana, this is when the FTX crash occurred. And so we had tons of people getting entry points at 20 bucks, 12 bucks. And we're going to see this pattern in a lot of coins. So don't just think this applies just to Solana. If we come through here, you have to understand that the people who got Solana right here are up 20x. You have been beaten to the punch if you're just getting in right now. And so every Solana coin you buy right now, you're buying at a 20x multiple from what these people bought it at. So what does this mean? These people are going to be taking money from you left and right. It's inevitable at this point. As the market goes higher, these people are going to be selling, and their gains are going to come from you buying up here really high. And you just need to understand that people have beaten you to the punch here, and you're dealing with a market where you are last to eat. You need to be able to hold this coin to $500, $600, $800 to get even 1/5 of the gains these people have already seen. So you're definitely not coming into the market in an advantageous place. I still think it's very early in the market, but just know you are definitely not first here. You are not having an original thought. Now, the niches and industries I'm going to show you here in a second, you still have the chance to be one of the first people there, which is why you need to ignore that SS Sniper Wolf video just a little bit longer. I promise you can get to your fart noise and SpongeBob meme videos here very soon. You can go watch your Skibbity Toilet in peace. Just please have the attention span and self-discipline to set yourself up here. Because if you have crazy ADHD like everybody else in this market, you're going to be the people that are getting eaten alive by the people down here. So with people being way up right here, this also means we're going to see extreme volatility. So if we go look at look at some of these pumps and dumps right here. You can see Solana last bull run went to $45 all the way down to 20 bucks. So expect on the way up, we're probably going to see 30-40% dives in these altcoins. You can see right here, before Solana did its major move, it went to $187 and then it went all the way up to $250. So we're going to see major volatility from these people selling. And if you get shaken out by this, what you're going to do is the whole beginner crypto conga line dance of death. It's where you get in, probably like right here, it pumps a little bit and you get really excited, then starts to dump and you sell. And everybody makes profits off of your panic. And then you buy back in right here. Like right here, you're like, oh, it's coming back. It goes back to where it was. It's old all-time high. Then you buy back in, and then everybody dumps on you again. This is how most people lose their money in crypto. They come in, and they just don't hold for a significant period of time. Now, holding right now is also extremely dangerous because, again, these people down here. But that's what you're going to have to do if you want to make profits right now in these top coins. You're not going to have to do that so much in the coins I'm going to talk about, but you have to be aware of this. And so what I'm imploring you to do right now, before we actually talk about any other coins or markets that are going to do well, is you're going to have to find positions and you're going to have to hold them through volatility. And you don't want to follow the typical market pattern of people coming in and getting into a coin and then panicking and selling it and then moving around and chasing trades. The way you're going to have to make money or feel like you're going to have to make money right now is by chasing trades. This means trying to chase what the market is doing. And so what a lot of people are going to do is they're going to, let me get this cabobulated right here, is they're going to do this. Right now they see Solana pumping and ADA and everything pumping. So they're going to buy Solana and ADA. Then what's going to happen is people are going to start dumping their Solana, ADA, all their coins that are pumping right now. And they're going to move into these coins down here. And so what you're going to do is go, oh no, I picked the wrong coins. I picked the wrong thing. So you're going to sell your Solana and everything, and you're going to buy these coins right here. And you're going to sell all your Solana and everything at bad prices because everybody's taking profits on your ass. You're going to take that money and roll it down here as soon as it's already pumped. And then people are going to take profits again and dump on your ass and move down into lower coins. And so what you need to understand is the rotation pattern of crypto. So what does this mean? We're going to see money go into Bitcoin. Oh my gosh, what is this pen doing? What we're going to see is money flow into Bitcoin. So we're going to see Bitcoin pump, and then people sell their Bitcoin to get into the top 10. Okay? So this is going to be like Sol, Binance, etc. And then we're going to see them pump, and then people sell those to get into the top 100. And then what people are going to do is they're going to use this to then jump into mid and micro caps. Okay, which is where we need to be looking right now, because what we're seeing is this rotation. And the way you make money in crypto is by beating people over here. You beat people to the next rotation. If you're really smart, you just bought a year ago, like everybody else and a lot of people watching this channel. And you don't have to play this game. You're just going to hold. But if you're getting into it now, your best bet is not moving into a rotation currently happening. You have to move into the coins that are about to happen. And so what we're going to see is we're going to see this rotation into mid and micro caps, and then we're probably going to see the rotation in the meme coins. Then everything is going to turbo dump everything, and then people are going to roll back into Bitcoin. This rotation is going to happen again. Is it going to happen like this every single time? No, but this is the rotation that crypto follows most of the time. And what most people are going to do right now is they're going to ape in right here. Few people might ape in right here, but very few people are actually going to ape in right here. And people are actually moving out of memes right now. We're seeing all the money roll out of memes and into these coins right here. And I highly think the money is going to be moving back into memes not here too long from now. I don't invest in meme coins. I usually like to play right here. But if you don't understand this behavior right here, you're going to get turbo wrecked. So now, what everybody really wants to talk about. Where are the monster gains going to be this bull run? Let's talk about the most basic thing you should do. So look, here's the thing I want to stress before we talk about any coins. Please read the disclaimer again. I'm not joking in this disclaimer when I talk about the financial loss in crypto. If you're getting into the market just right now and you're buying your first crypto right now, the chances of you leaving in profit are very small. This video is to do the best chance of helping you, but the chances are you're probably going to make mistakes. You're going to get beat by people who have been doing this for 5+ years. You have people that are in massive profit and have massive experience, all lurking, waiting to take your money. So I have to stress, if you're watching this video, my actual advice to you that I tell every single person who always asks me about crypto is don't go heavy or just don't touch it at all, because you don't know what you're doing and you're getting in super late, and it's like you're showing up to a basketball game that's in the fourth period trying to beat LeBron James. And everyone at this point in crypto that's been here for a year is thinking about when they're going to take profits. While a lot of people entering the market right now, all the institutions, all the people foaming in, are thinking about where are they going to buy and hold. So you're really at the opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to benefits here. Next thing I also want to talk about, all the coins I'm going to talk about, a lot of these coins I own or advise for or consult for. I've been VC investing and seed investing in crypto for almost half a decade. Whenever I see a coin I like, I go hard on it. And if I go hard on a coin, I also try to advise and consult for the team. I've built $100 million SaaS companies. I've been working in crypto marketing for almost half a decade. Like any investor or VC fund investor, I want the investments in my fund to do well. So of course I'm going to reach out to them and coach them and consult for them. And often I'll do it for money as well. So of course, anything I mention in this video, I have incentive to want to go up. I don't own every coin or everything I'm about to talk about right here, but I do own a lot of them because people come to this channel to hear me talk about investments that I'm looking at. What I want you to do on this video, and I encourage you to do in all my other videos, is don't buy the coins I'm talking about. Use the logic behind them to find your own coins. On top of that, I want to be super duper clear. I already mentioned that I plan to sell in the next 3 to 4 months. Please know, I'm going to be selling all the way up, like everybody else who bought in the crypto a year ago. I'm here to leave in profit just like you. So again, I encourage you to find your own coins. Use the logic I'm talking about here. These are the things I think are going to do really well. And while I don't plan to exit any of these completely over the next 3 to 4 months, I'm going to be taking profits all the way up. If you don't like the chance that you could buy a coin that I'm in and that I will sell while you're still in it, don't buy these coins. But I'm not going to just sit here and not execute on my trades just because you're in the coins. I realize I'm being super duper negative right here, but every other channel you watch, you're gonna be like, oh, we're holding this forever. This is game-changing technology. We're in this together. That is all BS. If I'm going to be honest and truthful, the best thing I can offer you is explain to you my explicit intent. My sell points and sell strategies are listed all over this channel. I'm being extremely transparent with you with the coins I'm in. All the coins that I am heavily invested in, advise, or consult for are listed right on my Twitter at ZSS Becker. So please, that's the disclaimer. In 3 to 4 months from now, I guarantee you're going to see people saying, oh, Becker sold this coin that he talked about literally a year ago and bought at 150th the price it's at right now. Yes, I'm going to take profits on huge gains. And so should you. That being said, let's talk about where we should be looking. So if you're a beginner here, or you're just getting into this for the first time, I don't suggest you get into a lot of the coins I'm going to be talking about in this video. What I suggest you do is you go build a nice boring portfolio of Solana, AVAX. I unfortunately hate to say this. I think ADA's probably going to be going back up to $1.50, $2 if the market continues. And then perhaps Uniswap, and that's where I would stop at. Just stop right there. If you're brand spanking new to crypto, that's what I'd be doing. Is this portfolio going to get you maximum gains? Absolutely not. I maybe throw some Dogecoin in there if you want to be really coy. But that's really what we're dealing with. I'd also throw some Binance in there. That is the most basic portfolio you could build. Is this going to get you the biggest gains? No. But it's also, these are coins that even if the market crashes and reverses, you can probably hold till infinitum. So for example, even if you lost all your money in Solana last bull run, you're still back in profit right now. Same thing applies to all of these coins except for Ethereum. Now, again, as you get further down this list, it gets more risky. For example, Cardano, I think we're all aware, last bull run, I told everybody to sell at $3. Everybody made fun of me and then lost all their money. What you're seeing right here with this little pump, this is the first time Cardano holders have made rent in almost 5 years. So please, let me also state, if you're here when these coins crash, you're not going to be having a good day. It's not going to be like, I'll just hold. You're going to just be f***ed. It's not going to be a fun time. But you're going to be less f***ed than if you get into the coins I'm talking about right now and you're here when the market ends. These next coins I'm going to talk about, it's like getting on a black diamond and skiing. Once you're on it, you better know what you're doing. So look, next week at 11 a.m. Eastern, I'm going to be releasing my first coin pick video. I'm going to be mostly focusing on AI coins in that video. I'm not going to focus on too many coins in this video. I'm just going to tell you where to look. So I think the place that's going to pump the hardest outside of meme coins, and I don't talk about meme coins too much in this channel because it's wildly unpredictable what meme coins do. It's mostly based on what influencers and all the KOLs and the community of crypto Twitter decides they're going to pump any given week. It's very hard to read that unless you're deep inside those communities. That's something that no one watching this channel is going to be able to do, so I'm not going to talk about meme coins that much. I invest very little in meme coins as well. Where I think the most predictable place that's going to show the biggest pumps is going to be AI coin. Now, if you want to know why AI coins are awesome, watch my AI crypto video. There's 2 on this channel explaining everything that's going on in AI and why you should be getting into these coins. There's also a lot of coins in those videos that are still great picks. But AI by far is going to be the hottest narrative going in this bull run because it has the mix of utility and it's the mix of all the hype in the traditional markets as well. AI is the biggest thing happening in the world right now. The demand for GPU, what it's doing is insane. And what crypto does is it finds a better way to manage all the data and infrastructure and distribution of AI power. I'm going to leave it at that right there. Watch my AI videos if you want a deep explanation. I know the only thing you really care about is what's going to pump. So let's talk about what's going to pump. It's going to be AI. Now, if I was building a very basic AI portfolio, I would just go and grab Akash, Ayaz, Echelon Prime, and Pal AI, and then finish it off with Destro, which I think is going to be the largest pumpy coin. Now, these are all really large market cap AI coins. I'm going to be talking about the smaller market cap coins that will move. Now, if you're going to go research any of these coins, the one thing I want to encourage you to do is just look at this one stat right here. Now, this isn't a universal rule, but when it comes to any coin in any of these niches, look at the market cap, then look at the fully diluted market cap. Because if the market cap equals this, there's much more to it than this, but I'm going to give you the basic kindergarten explanation. It's going to have a lot easier time moving up. Now, I want to show you the opposite of this rule in place, but I want to show you why it's so deadly. So if we go look at Illuvium last run, this had a very bad fully diluted market cap. It's actually very good right now. I think Illuvium's going to do great this run. So if last bull run, what we saw is the price shoot up while the fully diluted market cap was about 20x what the active market cap is. So what this is the amount of coins in the market that are currently tradable versus the coins that are locked up by investors. And so when you have coins that have these crazy diluted market caps, what happens is people start selling as soon as their investor coins lock in. So for example, I was a seed investor in Illuvium, and so I turned a couple 5 figures into millions and millions of dollars with this. But what happened as these coins unlocked, of course, I and every other single investor started selling them. And this caused a really difficult time when it got up here because everyone was constantly taking profits. And inevitably, these coins then have a lot of trouble when the bull slows down and they crash much harder because everybody starts running to take profits. On top of that, on the way up, you have a lot of selling that makes it harder for the coin to go up. You can see this rule doesn't always apply. Illuvium was one of the best performers last bull run. It absolutely crushed. But when we look at a coin like Neural, for example, and FYI, we pointed out Neural on this channel down here. So congratulations if you got into that. You're having a good day with all of us. But I think Neural is going much, much higher. And one of the main reasons for this is if you look at this fully diluted market cap, there's no one selling on the way up here. It's just purely people that want to hold. And so you don't have all these seed investors. So that's one thing I encourage you to look at any coins. The next place I encourage you to look is gaming coins. Why gaming coins? I've explained this infinitely on this channel as well. Watch my last gaming video. I break it down very clearly. I want to keep this video within time. So I'm just going to tell you, gaming is where the first major use case of crypto is probably going to happen. So for example, you might have seen Off the Grid that launched on AVAX. Again, AVAX is something I would include in every portfolio as well. Off the Grid launched and it created tens of millions of wallets. It onboarded millions and millions of people in the crypto for the first time. And so you had people that had never used crypto before, millions of them, all suddenly using crypto. That's one game. That created more use on AVAX than basically anything else we've ever seen in crypto that is not trading related. Now, if we do this over the span of 10, 20 games, which is going to happen, we're probably going to see NFTs or some form of crypto in the next GTA game. We are going to see NFTs and blockchain being used in more and more video games going forward. And that's going to create the largest amount of demand for infrastructure in gaming and gaming assets that we've ever seen. And so what I suggest you do if you're getting kind of in the gaming is I would go and get the infrastructure tokens first. These are going to be like IMX, Beam. ApeCoin's looking pretty good right now with their new Ape chain. And then also Superverse, which I think is probably the best one out of these ones in terms of pumpdamentals. I am super duper heavy in Beam and Superverse. Those are my picks, but there's a lot of other good ones right here like Ronin. Echelon Prime is a mix of AI and gaming. And those are some top coins you could use to build your portfolio. Now, you can also go down and get into games like Big Time, Pixels, Illuvium, but I'm not going to talk about that so much in this video. I think C2FI Fund is an easy shoo-in because gaming drops are going to be just crazy in demand. But that's where I'm going to draw the line right here on gaming crypto. I'm going to make another gaming crypto video about those coins probably in the next 2 weeks. Again, that's why you should subscribe so you get these videos first. Now, another thing I want to tip my hat at is going to be NFTs. Nobody's looking here. The last niches I just mentioned, no one's looking at. I think NFTs are about to do another huge run because people are going to be like, oh crap, crypto's here to stay. I don't think we're going to see the same meme coinage like run in NFTs like we did. I think we're going to see major projects really pick back up again. I think we're going to see punks probably going back to $500,000 a punk or something like that. I know that sounds crazy, but I think we're going to see it. I think we're going to see Bored Apes do really well. I think we're going to see the core art projects, the major collectible art projects. I think we're going to see those do really well. I think we're going to see memberships like Neo Tokyo. And I'm not going to talk about Neo Tokyo too much in this video. That's the gaming NFT project that I created. It's more like a gaming networking place. Basically, every single major project and investor inside of gaming crypto, I mean, every single one, the biggest ones, the biggest investors, everyone is inside their networking. And so it's kind of just a Illuminati country club for people that invest in gaming crypto. If you are investing in gaming crypto and all and you're not in there, you're on the outside. If you want to do well in a space, you should be in a room with all the founders and all the biggest investors. That's what's inside of Neo Tokyo. I think groups like that are going to do very, very well simply because if you look at country clubs or places where the leaders in the industry meet at, for example, you can look at Soho House back in the day, I think that model is going to do very, very well. And so, of course, I think Neo Tokyo and similar NFT projects like that are going to do very, very well. If you want more information on Neo Tokyo, it's linked to on my Twitter. I don't want to talk about it too much. That, in my opinion, is what I think is about to happen in the market and what I think is going on. I think we're going to see Bitcoin hit the craziest numbers we've ever seen because it's now being turned into a gold asset that countries and institutions are buying. I think it's going to create over massive valuations in all of crypto. And I don't think these valuations are going to be appropriate. Valuating Facebook, for example, the same way we value gold at is just not, it's not going to work. This will create the biggest crash ever, and it's going to create massive volatility this incoming bull run. So you need to understand those patterns and everything I talked about. Finally, if I'm looking at the places I think are going to pump the most, first thing I want to say is that you need to be creating a basic portfolio if you're new to this. You shouldn't be going and diving into some of the harder industries that I talked about. If you do, just know you're probably going to lose. I've told you that 5 or 6 times in this video. Don't be mad at me when you lose all your money. Next, the industries I think are going to pump the most are going to be AI, gaming. I think NFTs are going to do very well, and I 100% know that memes are probably going to pop out of nowhere and hit crazy prices all over again. That's going to tag team into what Bitcoin is doing, those overvaluations I talked about. Those are the places you want to be at if you want to make money. Memes are by far the hardest black diamond tier there is, which is why I don't talk about them too much on this channel. But I do think they're going to do very, very well, and I will have a meme coin video coming up here in the next few weeks. I have the AI coin video coming this next Saturday. You should subscribe. And if you want to get updates on what I'm thinking of the market much faster, which you should because the market's going to be moving fast than ever, you should follow me at ZSS Becker on Twitter. I'm sorry for the lack of jokes this video. I know this wasn't the funniest one, but I had to get all this information out there before we get going, because once we get going here, probably in the next few weeks, all these opportunities are just gone. And you're going to have to be doing some really high risk degenerate trading to make it in this market. So this is a last call. I mean, if you want to be sidelined here at this point, I think you're in for a rough time. And that's all I got. So away with you.